Alright, good afternoon. Today we're going to talk about special right triangles. There are two different versions of special right triangles. The one we're going to talk about today are the 45, 45, 90 triangles. They're called that because that is the measure of their angles. These also happen to be isosceles triangles. Alright, getting started. There are two rules or two scenarios that we see in 45, 45, 90 triangles. The first one, you're going to be given the leg of the triangle. When given the leg, you're going to multiply the leg by radical 2 to get the hypotenuse. The next scenario, given the hypotenuse, you're going to divide the hypotenuse by radical 2 to get the leg. In our first example, the leg given is 3. So that means the other leg, because it's an isosceles triangle, both legs are the same value, it is also 3. To find the hypotenuse, we'll go to our rule. Given the leg, we're going to multiply the leg by radical 2. Most of the time, your answer will be left in simplest radical form. Therefore, your answer will be 3 radical 2. Next, example 2. Okay, this time we'll be given the hypotenuse. And let's pretend they give us the scenario of 14. So to find a leg, we're going to use the rule and we're going to divide by radical 2. So 14 divided by radical 2 is what it would look like. Now, we cannot leave the radical 2 in the denominator, so therefore we must use a process called rationalizing the denominator. Later I will share with you a shortcut, but for our purposes I will show you how it works mathematically. So to rationalize the denominator, we multiply by 1. In this case, it's radical 2 over radical 2. We always multiply by whatever the radical is in the denominator to get rid of it. So when multiplying fractions, you multiply straight across. So 14 times radical 2 is simply 14 radical 2. Radical 2 times radical 2 gives us radical 4. The next step is you take the square root of 4. So 14 radical 2 over 2. Once you reach this step and you no longer have a radical in the denominator, you always want to check your whole numbers. In this case, we have 14 in our numerator and 2 in our denominator. So 14 divided by 2 is going to give us 7. So our final answer is 7 radical 2. That is the leg for this triangle. Now, remembering that it is an isosceles triangle, our other leg is also 7 radical 2. And we have found the lengths of all three sides of the triangle. As I mentioned earlier, I was going to talk about the shortcut. The shortcut, you don't need to do these steps. You can go straight from here, the setup, to there. So what we're going to do is move it up and take it off. So the radical, when it says move it up, the radical goes from the denominator to the numerator. And take it off means take the radical off the 2 and move the 2 to the denominator. So in our example, we went from 14 radical 2, and what it would look like in real time would be 14 radical 2 over 2. Move it up and take it off. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the instruction. Have a great weekend.